Hey everyone, this is Evan from 20 Sided Night. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 creatures that you would not want to meet in a dark alleyway. While making this list, we only had one rule, which is that creatures on this list can't be a larger size than a huge sized creature, which for those of you who are unfamiliar, is any creature ranging from 16 to 32 feet tall. This is simply because anything larger wouldn't be able to fit inside of a hypothetical alleyway. When ranking these entries, we ordered them less by how powerful they are, but more by how terrible of a fate would befall you if you ran into one of these creatures. Because as you'll see, sometimes the monster killing you is really just a mercy. Number 10. The Drow. The Drow can be found in the Alien Archive 1, page 42. Hailing from the planet of Apostae, this race thrives off of nefarious deeds and criminal activities, such as drug dealing and manufacturing, illegal tech sales, bootleg DVDs, copyright infringement, and slavery. The reason that they're ranked so low on this list is because of the fact that if you run into a Drow, you can expect to be robbed, assaulted, and then enslaved, which is still a terrible fate, but it's still more on the mundane side of bad things that could happen to you. And even if they do enslave you, there's still always a chance that you can survive long enough to get free of your captors, or you could always wait for a group of adventurers to run and kill them all and then find your freedom there. Or if that never happens, you could always try working hard enough that you get some extra privileges or just a few other things to make your life a little bit more comfortable. Number 9. Tekhoinos. The Tekhoinos are found in the Alien Archive 2, page 6. The Tekhoinos are a race of extraplanular creatures that have taken it upon themselves to be judge, jury, and executioner for all societies across the galaxy, and will harshly judge your civilization on if they are technologically and socially balanced. Nobody knows exactly what their criteria is to intervene in a unbalanced civilization's current state. For example, if a primitive civilization finds a crashed spaceship, or gets really good at math really quickly, or are uplifted by another race, like the Krogan from Mass Effect, you can bet a Tekhoinos is going to give them a visit. Or, on the other hand, let's say that a more advanced society starts to shun technology in favor of more spiritual or social reasons in an extreme manner. For example, if society has just had a massive AI rebellion and starts dialing back on technology aggressively, or if communism gets really big really quick, or if the boomers suddenly take away all those pesky cell phones, they could also expect a visit from a Tekhoinos or two. When a Tekhoinos decides to intervene, it'll try to do so subtly. In the case of a less advanced society, they will destroy any advanced tech that's being found, or kill whatever scientist is making great leaps. Or, in the case of a society that is shunning technology, they could try to start a war in hopes that both sides will try to advance in technology so that they can get the upper hand on the other side. However, if this is not possible, they will return to the collective and come back in large numbers to return the balance by force. The reason that Tekhoinos are on this list is because this is a sign that things are going to get really bad really quick on your planet, and the only way to stop this would be to take down this formidable creature before it can report back, and the fact that they communicate by violently flashing audio and visual stimuli into your head. Number 8. Akata. Akata can be found in the Alien Archive 2, page 9. Akata are terrifying canine-looking predators from the dark and distant parts of space, and are typically found on barren asteroids and lifeless planets. An Akata on its own is a physically intimidating creature, but its bite is the most terrifying part of it. When bitten, an Akata will eject its victim with untold microscopic larvae, and the host is affected with a condition known as void death. When a creature with void death dies, they will arise in a few hours as a void zombie that appears to have a large, grotesque tongue, but is in fact part of a newly formed Akata. After a few weeks, the void zombie will have the new Akata explode from its corpse. However, when a victim becomes a void zombie, their soul is consumed and is not able to reach the afterlife. Number 7. Pluprex. Pluprex are found on the Alien Archive 2, page 34. Pluprex demons are proof that other planes of existence are tightly connected to the material plane, and reflect how wide technological advances have created new ways for mortals to commit great sins. Unlike most other demons that are thematically connected with fire or some other sort of vice, Pluprex are linked to radiation. It is said that they are formed from the souls of those who took great joy in hurting others with radiation, ranging from using energy weapons that have highly radioactive effects, to those who took great joy in dropping the big one whenever possible. In an ironic twist, many souls who end up becoming Pluprex also end up dying of radiation poisoning themselves. Besides being the equivalent of a glowing demonic mangala, they're also able to inflict horrible mutations on their victim with a bite that will cause the victim to gain the overburdened condition for 1 minute, and after they have adjusted to their new body, they will have the encumbered condition until it is cured. Besides that, they can teleport, create an aura of radiation around themselves, animate the dead, and cause their undead minions to become highly radioactive as well. Like most undead thralls, once a creature is turned into a zombie, their soul is forever destroyed. Number 6. Emotivore. Emotivores are found in the Alien Archive 2, page 50. These undead creatures are created when someone dies in the throes of powerful negative emotions, such as terror, panic, or disgust. These creatures are very similar to vampires, except that they feed on the negative emotions that are created when their prey is attacked. They have the ability to shapeshift, regenerate by feeding on their prey, they can cast spells that will affect and assault your mind, they can also track you by your emotions, and they can speak true speech, which gives them the ability to taunt their prey regardless of the language that they speak. Any victim of an Emotivore will spend the last moments of their life in sheer terror. Number 5. Bodysnatcher Slime. Bodysnatcher slimes are found in the Alien Archive 2, page 18. Bodysnatcher slimes were accidentally created from some pre-gap science experiment gone wrong. We don't know what they were trying to do, but whatever it was, it gave birth to the Bodysnatcher slime. Unlike most slimes and oozes, a Bodysnatcher slime is much more intelligent because of its feeding methods. To feed, a Bodysnatcher slime will attach to its victim's brain and begin to copy and absorb memories, knowledge, and various nutrients from its host's body. Absorbing information causes the Bodysnatcher slime to grow larger and in theory could become extremely intelligent. However, this usually causes the slime to grow too large to stay in its host's head, and will typically leave before this happens to prevent detection, as a creature that has a giant swollen head tends to gather attention from others. Once a Bodysnatcher slime grows too large, they will typically leave the host and engage in cellular mitosis. This mitosis causes the slime to have the information it gathered be evenly split and reduce in size. Bodysnatcher slimes do not view their actions as being negative, and are confused when confronted by the fact that sentient creatures don't like being taken over. Fortunately, victims of a Bodysnatcher slime typically don't remember being infested, and will usually experience blackout during the time that they are being infested. However, this can last from a few days to a few years. Number 4. Color out of space. A color out of space can be found in the Alien Archive 2, page 28. A color out of space is as mysterious as it is deadly. These entities are made out of pure energy, and it is unknown if it has any sort of consciousness or if it is just a feral entity. A color out of space typically travels to a new planet by reverting to an embryonic form and infusing itself inside of a meteor. Once it makes planetfall or finds a passing drift engine, it will begin to feed. A color out of space will either feed off the latent energy of the planet it's on, causing blights and mutations within the region. Plants will wither and smaller animals will become larger and deformed. They can also choose to directly feed off of a drift engine or a creature directly, but to do this, they must be much closer. A color out of space also creates an aura of lassitude, which causes effective creatures to not want to move farther than a mile away, and causes the creature to be overcome with depression and a sense of ennui, which can cause the creature to be fed upon more aggressively. If a color out of space feeds directly off of a creature, it drains constitution points and charisma points from them. Once the creature's constitution points drops to 0, the creature crumbles to ashes. If the creature loses all charisma points, it will become a blighted creature, which causes ugly mutations to form on them and hyper-aggressiveness towards non-blighted creatures. Lastly, a color out of space can also disintegrate any creature that it touches, dealing non-specific damage which is not lessened by any resistance. Number 3. Velstracs. Velstracs can be found in the Alien Archive 2, page 128. Velstracs are demons from the Shadow Plane that care about one thing and one thing only: pain. Velstracs believe that pain and suffering of the self is a path of spiritual enlightenment. Because of this, all aspects of their life and culture revolve around pain. This can range from crafting armor with barbs on the inside, to power weapons that vibrate when sliced in to cause the maximum amount of pain, to augmenting themselves without any sort of pain medication involved. Velstracs have the ability to psychically share pain and injuries with each other, and with a look, Velstracs can make you relive their experiences of self-mutilation as if you were doing it to yourself. When they do leave the Shadow Plane, they do so only to raid and take captives. Those that are taken by them live the rest of their lives suffering more than they could ever possibly imagine. Number 2. Ghosts. Ooh. Ghosts can be found in the Alien Archive 2 on page 58. Typically, when a creature dies, their soul leaves their body, and they go to be judged based on what kind of life they lived, or, in some cases, to pay the price for some sort of deal that they made in life. However, sometimes when a creature dies, they are unable to cross over because of some sort of unfinished business that keeps them from moving on. These creatures are incorporeal and have a wide range of abilities, such as being able to supernaturally age someone, draining ability points, or being able to merge themselves into a data transmission to effectively teleport to someone from over a system away just to haunt them. While a ghost may be laid low by spells and magical weapons, they will reform and will only truly be able to be taken care of by someone helping them with their unfinished business or through a very powerful exorcism. Number 1. Migo. Migos are found in the Alien Archive 2 on page 82. Migos are a race that is truly alien in every sense of the word. They originate from the deepest recesses of space and are servants to the outer gods, but primarily Nyarlathotep. It is unknown how many Migo secretly live among the population on each planet, but it is known that each planet has more than a few working towards some sort of nefarious goal. Because of their devotion to the outer gods, each Migo is a powerful spellcaster in their own right. This alone would earn them a spot on this list, but in my opinion, what gives them the number 1 spot is their ability to remove the brain from a creature and put it to use in their nefarious schemes. Amigos are so good at removing the brain that they are known to be able to do this in a firefight. If Amigo is able to take your brain, you will then awake inside of Amigo Brain Cylinder. This device is not only your own personal Hellas prison, but you will now be used as a personal memory storage device for the Amigo. Along with this, you'll be subject to all of the "this cannot be" type of information that they typically store in their computers. Amigos will be able to control all sensory information that you will experience, and you will be fully conscious at all times. This ends this video on the top 10 creatures that you would not want to meet inside of a dark alleyway. Is there any creature that you think we overlooked? Comment down below. If you like this video, please drop a like. These videos take a lot of work and we greatly appreciate each one that we get. And if you really like this video, please share it with your friends. Or, if you hate this video and you would like to leave a death threat, please do so down below. Hey you rascals, thank you for watching our video. Click here to subscribe, click here to watch one of our newer videos, and click here if you feel like watching something random. Have a good day.
It's time! Subscribe to 20 Side Night or